Hi guys, Woody here. Welcome back to another rebuild. This time I'm going to be rebuilding Aston Villa. But before we get into that, I just want to say if you do like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It does mean a lot to me. Hit that like button, push the video out to more people, and more people can, get involved with it. Watch it, comment on it and all that. It's good for it. Also, I do have a Journeyman series going on, so have a look at that. If you're new to the channel, if this video you've just found it some other way. It's a really good series, gaining a lot of momentum at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, let's get into this. So this is the rebuild. It's about the third one that I've done. Well, the third one's not about. It is the third one. I decided to go for Aston Villa. Decided to go for a biggish team this time, and Preston was quite hard, and the Oldham one was a bit of a slog. So let's go for a Premier League team and try and start off with a bit of money, and Aston Villa kind of stood out to me. I mean, you can see here they've got state-of-the-art training facilities, great youth facilities, but the other things the things I wanted to have a look at was this. Aston Villa have actually won the Premier League. It wasn't quite called the Premier League then, would have been Division 1. They've won it a total of 7 times. Most recently in 1981. It has been a long time because a lot of them were around, before 1900 or. They've won the FA Cup 7 times as well. This year here they did the double, and they do have a European trophy as well, 1982 European Super Cup. It wasn't Champions League or anything like that, so it was basically they won it in 1981. I think all the teams who won the competitions, major European teams there, kind of played each other in a knockout thing, and and Villa played. I think it must have been the final, and let's find out who it was. 1980, further back, Barcelona. I thought it was Bayern. So, I thought, try and take over Aston Villa again. Let's try and win the Premier League. Maybe grab an FA Cup, and the European trophy is the main one I want to try. Another European trophy with the Europa League or the Champions League. Maybe, I don't know about the Conference League, but either way, we'll try and get in with that there. I spent a bit of money with 14 million in debt already, and I'm over the wage budget. Cha-ching! Usual stuff that I'm getting into. I'm going to fail FFP. That'll be interesting what happens with that. Schedule-wise, we played some friendlies. We won them all. Tour of Austria was pretty straightforward there. We've got Leicester today on the opening day of the Premier League. Staff, I've tried to upgrade this as much as I could, but quite tough actually. But I'll do that. But the main thing you want to see is what transfers I have made so far, and I have made 3. No one's gone out. I think Cameron Archer went out on loan. So 3 players I bought in. I bought in Callum Chambers on loan. We only really had one right back in Matty Cash. So Callum Chambers listed at Arsenal. I thought let's get him in on loan. He's half decent. He can probably basically provide a spot and cover it. We need in the centre of defence there as well. Thiago Almeida, the Argentinian wonder kid, we signed him for 6 million. He can play all across the front there, but mainly behind the striker. 5-star potential. He can be very, very good sometimes. Sometimes he can be a little bit meh, but hopefully this time he turns out quite good. So he has come in. And the last one then is I bought in Abel Ruiz, the Portuguese striker, or Spanish striker, sorry, from Portugal. He's got some good stats for a 21-year-old. Some good physicals here, good flair, but finishing and first touch is really, really good. Probably needs to work on his composure, good technique, good penalty taking. So he's come in, it cost me a bit of a packet, 16.5 million. Basically I bought him in because having a look at the team, we've got obviously Danny Ings up front as our main striker. We're probably Ollie Watkins mainly out on the left, but I didn't want to leave us, too much on Keenan Davis. If we run into a few problems with Danny Ings, as Danny Ings is 29 and he is a bit injury prone. I reckon if we go on here, probably have a, but I think he is quite injury prone. He was last time. Anyway, I'm only going to have Martinez in goal because he's a goalkeeper. Not that I think my assistant would choose Jed Steer ahead of him, and I'm going to put Buendia behind the striker. He's really, really good player, I think. He's got some great technical fundamentals as well and physical. So I'm looking to get a lot out of him behind the striker. Rest of the positions, I'm really happy for the assistants who basically pick who we want in there. And we're back, guys. That was a pretty damn good season, actually. Pretty damn good. Have a look here. We finished 4th in the Premier League and got Champions League football. Get in. 6 points behind Liverpool, who finished 1st, and 3 points ahead of Man City. So, Champions League football for Aston Villa. There you see, confirmation. And having a look at our league position, actually, we rocketed. Settled in nicely to the tactic here. On the 22nd of January, had a little dip and pretty much sat there the whole time. 5th round by Leeds in the FA Cup and semi-final of Carabao Cup by Chelsea. Wow. Let's have a quick look here at the schedule. Started off 3 draws, but we drew the first 6 games. How many games did we draw in total? 9. Wow, we drew the first 6 games of the Premier League season. That is incredible. We didn't get our first win until we beat Arsenal 3-0 on the 25th of September. That's incredible. That's probably what had us so low down here. And then we started to really pick up here. Look at the great December there. Brilliant. We beat Manchester United as well before that. Also Liverpool, obviously. Beat Liverpool on penalties, though. That would have been the Carabao Cup, I'm guessing. It was, indeed. January. Lost to Chelsea in that semi-final. Who else did we play? Lost to Arsenal. And then a pretty strong finish here to the season, losing to West Ham, but beating Man City, losing to Leeds, obviously that was that FA Cup. Beating Liverpool 2-0, losing to United, beating Chelsea 3-2. So we can beat some of the big teams, which is excellent. Having a quick look at the squad here. Goals-wise, we've got 19 for Ings, 13 for Bailey, and 10 apiece for Almeida, Watkins, and Bundia. 13 assists for Liam Bailey, 9 assists for Ashley Young, 8 for Buendia. I don't know why that one's going so bad. Anyway, let's go have a look here. Season review quickly. We'll shoot through this. That was excellent. Good. Signing of the season was Abel Ruiz. No, I don't think so. Board give me an A, C, and a C+. Yeah, Danny Ings, 15 goals in the league. Wasn't bad. He had a bit of a goal drought. Big swim, 5-0 over Barrow in the Carabao Cup. Match remember beating Tottenham 3-0. And goal of the season was Ollie Watkins. Finances-wise, everything is up, which is excellent. There's the best 11 there. Ings, Watkins, Bundia, Haley, Tilkers Louise, Sanson, Young, Tunzabi, Mings, Cash, and Martinez. Accolades. Martinez, player of the season. Young player, Bailey. Signing was Ruiz. Goal season, Watkins. Ings, yep. Cool. Competition awards, nothing. Some record breakers here as well. Finish that up. Right. Club vision. What do they want next season? They want mid-table again. And then they'll record a top half finish. I'm just going to confirm that. Finish that there. The most important thing is obviously the budget. Where is the budget? Pascal Stroit, yep. Okay. Fortnightly meeting. Where's the budget? Maybe they've given us the budget already and I kind of just skipped past it. Board sets initial budgets. There it is. 1.8 million and 35 million transfer budget. Wow. That is pretty good. I can definitely do some damage with that. We're going to go away, guys, and we have got to, I've got to prep for Champions League football. I'll see you when that's all done. Alright guys, we are back for the start of our second season here in our Aston Villa rebuild. Quick run through finances wise. Still got 4.4 million in the bank, and surprisingly I am under the wage budget. Only 6 million in the bank though, but Champions League money will probably come in soon. Have spent a fair bit, so let's have a look at the club vision. They expect me to be competitive in the Champions League, mid-table, quarter-final in both the cups. Interesting. Okay, sure. It's the transfers that everyone wants to see. Let's go to transfer history, and we've done quite a bit of business. So as you can see here, we got Karim Adeyemi. He's come in from Red Bull Salzburg. He's injured, not too long though, just 11 days. So he's come in. I guess he's my backup striker to Danny Ings, but he's one key. We all know how good he is. So yeah, got him in for a 20 million. Not too bad. Adam Holzik, we all know him, the Czech winger, wide man, can also play up front. He's also another amazing player. So signed him from Slavia Prague for a 7.5 million. He'll probably play back up on that left-hand side to Ollie Watkins, but we all know how good he can get. Owen Winsdale, left back, Dutch. We did need a left back. I felt we needed an upgrade in that. He's really good. 22 years old. He's got some really high numbers here that that he'll get better. He'll get a lot better. He does turn out quite well. So he was a pretty good purchase as well. 25 million for him. So we have been splashing the cash, as you can see here. 88 million we spent. Obviously that's including these couple here. The last one in here before the game kind of loaded over was Andrea Caboni from Cagliari. He's not going out on loan. He's a centre back, can also play left back, so it gives us a little bit of cover there. He's come in as I think he's come in as a breakthrough prospect or something. I don't even know, a youngster, yeah, breakthrough prospect. So he won't be wanting too much game time, which is good. And we'll get him nicely developed. Good heading, good jumping rates there, good concentration. Once again, it does turn out to be pretty sweet. So we're just building a nice 10.75 million as well is a good bet. Just building a nice little youngsters in here to get good in a couple of years' time. Players out, few on loan. Courtney House, he's gone to Blackburn for 250k. His contract was running out. He wasn't unhappy with game time. And Ben Criseni, he's gone to Brighton as well for 1.2 million. He was young, left back. I didn't think he was going to do too much, so we sold him with extra cash. And then on this side here, we bought in Christian Walton. He's just a third choice backup goalkeeper, nothing special there. Calgary is coming from, I think it's Fluminense, is it? But the codes aren't right. He's coming in 13 million for him. He's coming in right back. Just wanted a new right back. He does look pretty damn good as well. Really good physical, acceleration, pace, and all that. We love that. Good dribbling, so really good attacking Brazilian fullback, and he's only 20 years old, so he's gonna sort of, bit of a competition for Matty Cash there. Ozame, oh god, let's just try and sign people with easy names. Osami Sarayo, that guy, Norwegian. Youngster, 21 years old, can play on the left and behind the striker. He's actually gone straight back to Valenga. So back on loan. He only costs 2.5 million, so he'll be one for next year. Give him a bit more sort of game time to get out there. Brandon Williams has come in on loan. I'll explain why he has come in on loan at left back. He's a fairly decent backup left back, and that's what I want. And he can also play on the right side, so thumbs up for that. And we've got Eric Dyer. Cost me 6.5 million. It was kind of a bit of a silly one in the end, but he was transfer listed, and I thought, he gives us a good little option in defence there and potentially in the midfield as well as transfer listed by Tottenham. So we've got him in. We do have an optional fee, but it's really ridiculous. It's a lot of bonuses here as well. What's the optional fee? Where it's 40 million. We'll see how it goes this season, but anyway. Players out. Some high numbers here. Troy's got away for 10 million to Zenit. Wesley 7.5 to Krasnodar. Trezeguet, Southampton 6.5. El Ghazi, Strasbourg 2.5. A couple of other fringe players here have gone as well. These ones were kind of all arranged. Matthew Target, he's gone on loan to Sporting because he was unhappy with his game time last year because he only played 6 games. Because Ashley Young was playing left back, but he's retired now, so you think he would just go there, but yeah, okay, so who are the other ones? A couple of young kids here. Abel Ruiz, he cracked it because I signed Adiemi, so he was like, I want to leave. I was like, he was concerned about being replaced, so don't worry, man, but he was not happy, so he's gone to Hanover on loan. They're playing most of his wages, which is good there, and we'll probably ship him off then next year. So all the transfers done. So we spent a bit of money all in all. If you take off these ones here, we spent a good, what's that, 70, I spent about 90 million, so I did spend some money. Now, one thing that I've forgotten to do so far, and I don't know why, because I usually do it, is the tactics, what tactic we are playing. Specifically, I mean, you've seen it because I showed you it before, but this wing play here doesn't have a name. I should probably give a name. It's actually mine that I'm using in my journeyman save at the moment. Excuse me. So I thought I've used two, plug and play tactics, I guess, from the last one, and I'm going to use this one here, which, it's the one we used in the first year. We've got Champions League football, so I'm hoping it can give Aston Villa the success that I have had in my my Sunday League Premier League. And if you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. And it's good. It's really good. It's a really great story. There's all the things you want from the story. There's plot. There's romance, stuff like that. It's Football Manager playthrough. You know what we're doing. Anyway, so once again, I'm only going to put Buendia here and Martinez in goal. Everyone else, I'm going to let my assistant kind of just sort of decide who he wants to play. We haven't checked Almeida. He's looking quite good actually, which is excellent. So yeah, and I brought this kid up from the reserves, Louis Barry. He's a striker that can play on the left. So just kind of giving him a bit of time. But John McGinn is out for 2 months. And we've got a couple of injuries here, like Matty Cash, Tyrone Mings. So I'm glad we brought in the likes of Eric Dyer just to cover there. But I'm hoping for a good season. I'm hoping to get European football again, and maybe picking up a trophy here would be pretty handy as well. Anyway, we'll go and simulate season, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. See you then. Alright guys, we are back for the end of our second season, and it wasn't very good, unfortunately. We finished 13th in the Premier League, got knocked out of our European Champions League, finishing third, and then got knocked out in the first round by Feyenoord. Third round of the FA Cup, it was Liverpool, and we made the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, only to lose to Sheffield United, who then lost to Liverpool in the finals. That's a bit of a blow, because I feel like that would have been a good chance to get to a final there. This is disappointing, because you feel like we could have come in second here. We won one game, we beat Valencia, that was it. Pretty poor, actually. I have a feeling that this is a result. I mean, look at this. This is a result of Champions League football. So we'll go through and we'll have a look. Then C+, so border okay, obviously, with that, how it was. Can't expect too much. They wanted mid-table. We got mid-table, so that was that. Let's go and have a look at the schedule. Let's start with the Premier League here. So we'll go Premier League. Started pretty bad, 3 straight losses, three tough games, and then we beat Leicester 1-0. A bit different from last season, if you remember, we drew the first 6 games or something silly. But yeah, this is a terrible run. 3 wins and a draw in the first 3 months. Pulled it back in November, undefeated. Had the World Cup, which obviously we will go and see who won the World Cup. Italy. Italy won the World Cup. They beat France 2-1. Brazil came third. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for... can we get... Yeah, we can do it. We can do it this way. Not looking good for England. Ivory Coast did pretty well. Algeria. Wow. Can we go... Overview... Stages... No, we can't do that. Anyway, where did England finish? That's actually the question on everyone's lips, I'm guessing. Group H. They did not win a game. We can't see that, can we? I don't know what I'm doing here. Group H. So they drew 0-0 with Ivory Coast, 1-0 with Belgium, and then 1-0 with the USA. Anyway, we are doing what I love to do, and that is get sidetracked. So the one game in December we lost. We then came back after the World Cup, and it was an okay January. Not a bad February. We're not getting a lot of draws, actually. Really good April, and then a disappointing finish to the end of the season. How many games we'll just chuck this out a bit. How many games did we draw? We only drew 4 games. So I need to be turning a lot of these into wins. 66 goals isn't great, and 76 conceded is pretty poor. I'd say it could be new goalkeeper or new defence time, but we'll have a look at that and in due course. All right, so that was the Premier League. Let's go and have a look at the FA Cup. As I said, it was just bang straight out to Liverpool. That's pretty disappointing. Carabao Cup. We beat Blackburn, Southampton on penalties, Plymouth, and then lost 4-1 to Sheffield United. What a joke that is. Champions League, we lost 2-0 to Shakhtar, beat Valencia 1-0, lost to Bayern. So at this point, you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, where was this one? This was at Villa Park, so we should have won that. And then another loss to Bayern and 2 draws was not enough to get us through. And then we went into the Euro Cup and just got bounced out straight away. So a pretty disappointing season all in all. We need to pick ourselves back up and try and get back into European spots next year. Transfer wise, we've got a couple of guys here leaving. I did bring in Andre Anderson from Lazio for 250k just before the window shut and after I'd left you guys. He's only 2-star, 3.5-star potential, 23-year-old Brazilian. But the thing I like about Andre Anderson, and he is always transfer listed by Lazio, you can pick him up for like 250k, is the fact that he, where is it? I can't find how much he's worth. He's now almost worth 10 million. So we get a bit of, money back from that. Let's have a quick look at the squad, see how everyone performed. See, Emiliano Martinez was pretty good. He was the only player with a 7. Goals-wise, 22 from Danny Ings, and he's actually wanted by West Ham. Buendia is wanted by Chelsea, Man United, Atletico, and Barcelona. It's going to be tough to keep him. Owen Winjal didn't play a lot of games. I wonder why that is. Does that mean that my assistant preferred someone else? No, he preferred Brandon Williams. Interesting choice, that. Strange. Matty Cash wanting third time. See, he was playing second fiddle to Calgary here, I'm guessing. 46 appearances. Yep. Anyway, goals-wise, yeah, see, that's Adeyemi only got 8. Abel Ruiz wasn't even here. And assist-wise, 10 for Buendia, 8 for Adeyemi. Adam Holzik, a lot of games off the bench. Right, we probably really need to sort this business out here. Let's just go and have a quick look at the season review. New arrivals, Adeyemi signing the season. Very strange about Brandon Williams with that signing. Eric Dyer, how did he do? Yeah, not probably going to get him back, to be honest. Yeah, interesting. C+ there, C minus, an E for the FA Cup, and a C+ for the Carabao Cup. Big swim 5-1 over Leicester. 4-2 was a match from Everton, and goal of the season was Douglas Luiz. You got 10. So we've dropped a bit in competition prize money. Obviously, that's from not qualifying for the Champions League. And Ings, Adeyemi, Bailey, Buendia, and McGinn. How we lined up? Yeah, pretty standard there. So I was thinking there, we've got competition awards. Nobody. Martinez, man of the season, player of the season. Adeyemi breaking some records there. 22. Douglas Luiz scores a hat-trick. That's nice. And Adam Holzik, 20 years youngest goal scorer. So let's have a look at the finances for next year. We've got 24 million to spend, but we are already over the wage budget with community spending going down. So that's quite good. That will probably be the likes of where are we? Eric Dyer probably leaving. Let's have a look wages wise. Players who are leaving. Yeah, I mean, he's on 90k and Brandon Williams on 55. They can both go. Paying Brandon Williams a lot. He's quite good though, but we'll probably look for Owen, and because I want to be starting Owen Winchdale even a bit more. He should have played a lot more, but it wasn't to be. So got a lot of tweaking to go and do in the off season. Probably move some players here and there. We don't have a lot in the balance. We do need to try and recapture some European form or get a European place. Anyway, we'll do the off-season shenanigans, and I'll see you guys for the start of season 3. Just press continue, and they've actually set the new budgets. I thought, yeah. Anyway, whatever. So, finances. We're actually fine now because we've got a wage budget of 1.85 and a transfer budget of 56. A lot better. A lot better. I can definitely do a lot more with that. Alright guys, here we are back for the start of our 3rd season. Now I am really putting the disappointment of last season over behind us and try and push forward for a European spot. Let's go through all the usual shenanigans. Finances. We're actually negatives in the bank balance. That's not good projection wise. We're 94 million in debt after a couple of years. I do still have 4 million transfer budget, and we are under our wage budget as well, so very unlikely there as well. Club vision for this season is they want me to top half, quarterfinals FA Cup, quarterfinals Carabao Cup. I'd be hoping for one of these to win them and qualify for European. I think that would be a good start for the season. Let's go have a look at the transfers, because that's what we're all here for. Alright, transfers wise, we have splashed a bit of cash, 53 million, and recouped 37.5. So let's go through the ins first. Well, we'll just go from top of the list. Umar Solet has come in from RB Salzburg. RB Salzburg? No. FC RB Salzburg. Yes, the Austrian one. Yes, my bad. So I always look back on that. He's come in, he's a really good defender, 3.5 stars, 4-star potential. He is really nice and strong. He's only 23 years old as well. I think we just need a bit of beef up in that central defence, and he has done that. He's better than Mings and Konza, so he gives us just a bit more punch in that centre of defence. Muni Mohammed came in. He's just a backup goalkeeper, Moroccan, 34 years old, no more than a backup keeper, which is what we needed. We then splashed 26 million on Monchu, the Spanish midfielder from Granada. Once again, just did it again. Anyway, he's come in. He packs real good punch in that midfield. He's a lot better than what we have in Morgan Sanson, Douglas Luiz, and John McGinn. Great mentals, good technicals where you want him. So he is looking the business. Jaime Rodas, Argentinian central defender, 20 years old, obviously a new gen, but look at this, 20 years old, he is really good and just gives us an extra bit of central defense cover. We've got 5 central defenders now, but we'll see how we go. Ezra Konza may be the man to leave, I'm guessing. I don't know, Andrea Caboni, Tyron Mings is getting on, but we'll see how that goes. And the last one here, this guy I've never even heard of, Datro Fofana. He's coming from Molde. Can play left and right and up front. He looks absolutely incredible. 20 years old, Ivorian international. Look at this pace and acceleration, agility, natural fitness, determination, flair, work rate. Wow. And we paid literally nothing for him. 3.5 million. I paid $1 million up front with some other stuff behind the scenes, so that was a real bargain for him. Players out, a couple of kids on loan. Abel Ruiz has gone to Bournemouth, an incredible 37 million. That was a good buy. Jacob Ramsey and all the rest are out on loan. Andre Anderson's gone to Forest. So the main one there is really Abel Ruiz. I can't believe that. I think Valencia came in and we were getting 20 million. And then Bournemouth just came in and were like, oh, hey, do you guys want some money for him? And I was like, yeah, sure, 37 million we got to. And so he went there, cancelled the Valencia one. So we turned a nice profit on him, actually pretty much doubled our money there, which is awesome. So good stuff. Tactics-wise, we're still using the wing play here that I use in my Sunday League Premier League Journeyman. I could have put a couple of extra players in here. Obviously, we've used to just having Martinez and Buendia in there, but I've now added in Winchdale because he wasn't getting that much game time, and I want him to get more game time. I want him to leave. He's good. Solid in there, Monchu as well. Now, a couple of things. Buendia, Barcelona were interested in him all transfer window, and I was like, I'm going to put in a bid. Had a couple of other bids from Sporting and Dortmund, and he was like, I don't want to go there. Leon Bailey got a bid from Dortmund, which I accepted. It was about 50, 60 million, I think. And he said no to Dortmund. So interesting. But had a bid coming from Barcelona just a couple of days ago for Adeyemi for around about 50-ish million. And I said no. No one's selling just yet. He's got a minimum fee of 94 million. So we'll see how that goes. Caboni is wanted by Real San Sebastian. That is okay. So cool. So I'm hoping for a cup trophy and definitely a European spot, because then we've got year 4 and 5 to try and get that European trophy. We had a good little run of results here, being Barcelona, especially 3-0. That's obviously why we beat them 3-0. At the end, we scored a double, and they were like, actually, we want to buy him. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go off, simulate through season 3, and hopefully when we get back, we have cup win and European spot. I would take a European spot over a cup win, although a cup win gives us a European spot. But you know where I'm going. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, guys, we're back for the end of season 3, and it was pretty disappointing, really. Another semi-final Carabao Cup, 3rd round by Manchester United in the FA Cup, and 10th place finish in the league. And we were quite poor. You can see here we were relegation before we managed to pull ourselves up. And then around game 22 here, pull ourselves, and then up in the 10th. So really, really disappointing, considering we wanted to try to get a European spot. We were 11 points off of Tottenham, quite away. I did want a cup win. That was a little bit ambitious, but it's frustrating. More frustrating is we're £28 million in debt. We're over our wage budget, and I am guaranteed 27.7 million for next year. So we might have a little bit of money to work with, which is, the board C+ at the moment. They're not obviously super happy with some things, which is disappointing. But unfortunately, that is life. Transfers wise, obviously nothing happened. We've got a few young kids leaving. No biggie there. Let's have a look at the schedule. So the FA Cup was a bit of a dud. We drew 1-1 with Manchester United and then a replay and got lost 6-2. Scored 4 goals in extra time. That's disappointing. Carabao Cup, 5-2 over Morecambe, 7-2 over Southend, 3-1 over Tottenham, beat Forest on penalties, and then got slapped 5-0 in aggregate by Man City. Disappointing. Let's have a look at the Premier League. It was a really poor start. We didn't win a game to Brentford. And drew with Norwich, lost to Brighton. These are games we should be winning. Beat Leeds, drew with Wolves, lost to Newcastle. So we're losing games here we should win. Fulham. Okay, Liverpool, yeah. A good December, undefeated, but the 3 draws. We should be beating teams like Southampton, West Ham, and Leicester at this stage, I feel. Shocking January, only 1 win at the end to Norwich. Once again, games like Brighton, Everton, we should be winning them. Decent February, with the only loss being Chelsea. This is when we kind of picked up and sort of cemented 10th place. And then a fairly good finish to the end of the season, only losing to likes of Tottenham, Manchester United, and obviously West Ham there, but good wins against Chelsea. So disappointing there squad-wise for stats, appearances. Goals, Danny Ings, 17, Adeyemi, 12. He still wants to leave, and 10 for Monchu. Assists-wise, we've got 14 for Buendia. Owen Winjal got 10. Not too many players getting over that 7. Buendia, Winjal, Martinez, Omar Soleil, and Adeyemi. So I have a feeling, I think it's maybe my own vanity, let's say, with my tactic. My tactic works quite well in my journey when save, and I think the reason is it's because it does need a little bit of tweaking in-game and those kinds of things like that. I don't think it's a really good plug-and-play tactic, and I should have figured that out earlier, but once again, I guess, my own vanity there has maybe hit me there. So I think I might change the tactic up to just a pre one, because it's 2 years left. It's time to really shit or get off the pot, I guess. But yeah, I mean after the first season finishing 4th, I was quite confident in the tactic, and then with the second year, I was like, okay, that's it's a little bit disappointing, but it's the with that extra Champions League football, so it's understandable we would finish that low down, and I thought this season a better team would finish higher, and we did technically in 10th, but it's not as high as I wanted to. Let's just go through and have a quick look at stuff like the season review, new arrivals, who the board signing of the season, Omar Saleh, finally one we agree with, people. C plus for the league, an E for the FA Cup. So they wanted quarterfinals, but however they understand how difficult draw. Happy with the Carabao Cup as we got to the semi-final, but disappointing here. And Danny Ings, 15 goals. Maybe he's a bit too old now, we don't know. 7-1 over Southampton. We saw that match, remember, 3-1 over Ipswich. And goal this season was Douglas Luiz in a 4-1 win over West Ham. So our reputation stays the same. We've lost a lot of revenue. Broadcast, corporate, competition prize money, match day and commercial. The shirt sales, no surprise here with Adeyemi, Buendia, Ings, Bailey, and Datro. How we lined up. Yeah, I mean, Danny Ings is, I'd say, is he past it? 31? I don't know. He's still a very, very good striker. Martinez, player of the season, he gets that a bunch of times. Adeyemi, young player, signings, Lahey, goal of the season, Douglas, top scorer, assists, yeah, man of the match. Got him again there. Most goals in the match, hat-trick from Danny Ings, 14 assists from Buendia. Soleil got 5 man of the match. He's also picked up 5 yellows and 2 reds. So that's that. Expectation. Let's have a look. Well, they want mid-table again. I'm happy to just accept that current vision. We got the end of team meeting. Do we have budgets? Let's go and have a quick check. I think I'll probably one more continue on the budget side. Wow. So we've actually got 59 million transfer budget, and they've bumped the wage budget up to 2.2 million. So that is huge. That is massive. Facilities been downgraded. I mean, we haven't got any good youth players in on. Maybe talk to the board about that, but it's not a huge issue. So having a look at the squad and our squad depth, let's have a look at our here we are, best 11. Danny Ings, Liam Bailey. He is attracting a lot of interest. He's a good player though, so I don't know. Buendia stays. I think Adeyemi. We changed the tactic up. I definitely think that. I'll have a look in that, and we may need another good midfielder here to partner Monshu. And interesting here that Andrea Caboni is our best central defender. Right back could be an issue. But there's lots to think about in the off-season. 2 years left, guys. I will see you at the start of the next season for our 4th year here in this Aston Villa rebuild. See you in a second. Alright, guys. Here we are. Start of our 4th season. Go through the usual bits. Finance first. Under the wage budget, which is good news for me. We still got 8 million left to spend. We did spend a lot of money in the end, and just under 50 million in the bank. The club vision for this season is pretty much the same as it has been. It's a top half finish and a quarterfinals in both the cups. Right, transfers. That's why we're here. I can tell you right now, it has been pretty good. I'm really excited about this 4th season. Was last season that didn't go so well, but I think we've done a better job this season. We've sold 8 players, 8 first team sort of, in around the first team players, and we have brought in 7 players. So let's go and have a look at them. All right, so here we are with a couple that came. I've gone one season too far. So 107 million, but I mean, we spent a fair chunk here on these 4 players here. We put in Gonzalo Villar, Spanish central midfielder. He's come in. I quite like him. He's got good dribbling, first touch, composure, his vision's good, work rate's good passing technique. Just a bolster that midfield there as well. He's come in from PSV, cost me 15 million. They've made a nice little profit on him. So Gonzalo Villa, he looks good just to boost up that midfield. We then brought in Ricardo Calafiori, I think that's how you say it. Doesn't look super great, but he, he's a really good option. I had him last year in my journeyman, my own personal save that I was doing when I was at Southampton. And yeah, I really like him. He's only 2-star current ability, up to 3.5, but he always does a good job, always. I mean, you have a look at his stats. I mean, corners, free kick taking, finishing, penalty taking, and leadership are the only ones and they don't really count too much. They're the only ones that are below below 10. Everything else is in double digits. So he's coming as a backup. He'll do a really good job, and I know he always plays well and he trains really well as well. So he came in for 6.5 million as a backup there. You can see some of these players coming in. I'll give you a clue on the players who went out. Bosco Alo, also from Roma, cost me 8 million. A shame he is out for 3 weeks. He got an injury. Central defender here, nice and physical, good mentals here as well. Comes in as our second best central defender in the team. The Croatian international, like I said, from Roma, pretty cheap, 8 million. Literally only had one season in Roma. Didn't play too much, funnily enough, but he's come in once again, bolstering up that defense there as well. He's only 24 years old, so he can be a good option. And as well, actually, I just noticed there as well, which I don't think I noticed before, he can actually play left back and right back if needed as well. So that is excellent. And you can see here we got 25 million on Donny van der Beek. He's 27 years old now. I just wanted someone in the midfield as well with a bit of Premier League experience. So he's come in. Yes, he's cost a lot of money. Hasn't really played too much for Manchester United. Played a bit in that second season, but I feel he can give us a bit more in that midfield, along with Villa as well and Monchu. And he can play behind the striker as well. Variety of positions. He's got some key stats there as well. So once again, looking for some Premier League experience there in that one. Players left. Where are we here? Ezri Konza, he left to Brighton. For 10 million. Matthew Targett to Norwich for 2.5, and Thiago Almeida, he went for 15 million to Brighton. Now I sold him because Brighton put in a bid, and I didn't think he was progressing as well as he should have. Sometimes he doesn't, and he can be a bit hit and miss. So I was like, sure, I'll cash in on him. 15 million. That's a great profit of 9 million. So they all went at the before the game kind of updated. Once it updated here, we brought in 3 more players. Jorge Cabrera, I believe. Argentinian goalkeeper, 2 stars at the moment, 5-star potential, amazing. Just as a backup, we sold the third choice, and we've got that older guy now, but he looks pretty good. He'll be a backup for for the next 2 seasons, so looks pretty good there. We then spunked a lot of money, 45 million on Jermaine Frimpong, right back. We needed another right back, and he is very, very good. He comes in to the club as at the right back, the best right back by a long shot, by half a star actually, over one of our central defenders. So good stuff there. And he can also, as well, if need be, play up that right hand side at that attacking midfield if need be. But he is physically fast. Good stamina in there as well, so good dribbling as well. So he's coming as well. And the best thing about Jermaine Frimpong as well is he is homegrown, because he's from England. Weirdly, where's he born? He's born in Holland, but he's Ghanaian in English. Strange. Anyway, so he's come in, spent a lot of money on him, and then we brought in Harvey Elliott on loan, paying 2.25 million. I bought him in just for nitrogen. I wasn't sure what was happening with Karim Adeyemi, who now is happy to stay at the club, which is great. But he just gives us an option to play in central midfield, on the left, behind the striker, and on the right there as well. So we are paying his wages, showing 35k, and we are paying a bit of money, but I think he's a good option in there as well. So there were players in. A couple of the players out. We'll go for the high ones here. That was Christian Walton. He was that other backup goalkeeper. Young kid. Matty Cash went to Fulham for 5 million. Morgan Sanson went to Bologna for 6. Andre Anderson, this guy, went to Brighton for 7.5. Remember how I said, a good tip with this guy? Lazio always says transfer list. You can pick him up for next to nothing, 750k. And look at that profit. That is a crazy over £7 million profit. Ollie Watkins went to Valencia for 10 million, and Asami Shaharuhi went to Bayer Leverkusen. Remember, he was the Norwegian kid the kid from Norway, who we paid 2.5 million for, and he went back on loan and then went on loan to Werder Bremen and never played a game for us. But once again, that is a very, very tidy profit. He wasn't going to get that much better. So, a couple of players there looking to flip for a profit, and that has given us quite a good team to go into. I also made one other major signing, transfer. We've got a new assistant manager, Andrea Caboni, former Arsenal player, the Russian. He is really, really good. He's actually a youth, head of youth development at Zenit, but he was released, or youth coach there, whatever. He was actually released there, and I picked him up on a free as an assistant manager. He has some crazy stats. Look at these. His coaching stats are amazing. He makes a really, really good assistant. So if you're looking for a good assistant, get him. So unfortunately, I ditched Gary McAllister. I just thought maybe a better assistant would help us, realise those potentials. So this is the team as it is at the moment. Martinez in goal, I want him. Soleil as well, central defence. Frimpong on the right, because I think he is pretty damn pacey. Adeyemi is awesome as well. He unfortunately is out for 5 weeks though. And Buendia behind the striker there. Now Buendia has obviously been interested. He's got big interest for some big clubs. It used to be City, Barcelona, and that, and they came in, and we've made a deal now that if we get 60 million, he can go. But I don't really want him to go. It's pretty damn good. So that's how we go. This is fingers crossed. We've got 2 years left. This year has really, really got to be a massive push. We have to get European qualification this year if we are to reach our goal by the end of our 5th year. I'll see you at the end of the year. Wow, hot dog. 2nd. Wow, what an achievement. 5th round FA Cup, quarterfinal Carabao Cup, which is actually our worst performance in the Carabao Cup. We've gotten to the semi-final every single year. We cannot just do the FA Cup. The 5th round is the best we've done, but 2nd in the Premier League is absolutely banging. 5 points behind Manchester United. Ooh. That is pretty damn good. Let's go and have a quick check out the schedule. Where are we here? So we're looking pretty good. We lose our first game of the season. Lose to West Ham as well. See, that game against Leicester and that game against West Ham, we should be winning that. Good wins of Manchester United, Liverpool. Great November here. Dropping points against Chelsea. Excuse me. December-wise, really, really good. Losing to Man City there in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, Carabao Cup quarterfinal, but we beat them 4-2 a couple of days beforehand. So pretty good December, apart from another loss to Leicester. We come into January and a loss against Wolves. These few games that we lose, turn them into wins, and draw with Brighton, there's another one, but then beating Chelsea, double loss to Manchester United, and then a pretty good run in here, Tottenham, yeah, okay, and Man City. So I think, not too bad. Couple of games that we should have won. We were first for a point, dropped down back to first, dropped down to third, and back up, and then just sort of lost it there at the final, which is pretty gutting. When Dia 15 assists there, most out of the league. So, let's have a look at the squad-wise goals. 25 for Adeyemi. He's back to being wanted by a whole host of huge clubs. 17 for Danny Ings. Tottenham one here. Datro Fofana. He's one of Boston big clubs too. 13 goals for him. Assist-wise, Buendia 18. 13 for that man, Adeyemi. Playing on the right, obviously. Martinez, still really, really good performer. How are we looking for contracts expiring? Yeah, these guys. I didn't realise. Oh no, this is next year. It's actually just Harvey Elliott. How did he go? Not very good. He's probably unhappy with playing time. Yep, John McGinn as well. Bit of a squad player there. That's not too bad. Let's go and continue. And we might get a season review and transfer budgets and the like. Alright. Here we are. Signing of the season's first up. Somewhere. Frimpong, it was pretty good. 12 assists. Bosco Saluto was good. Let me give Frimpong a C though. Donny van de Beek actually isn't happy. Well, Spurs played 19 games. 11 of them off the bench. Interesting. Season results. We all know how it would. Runners up. FA Cup. Disappointed with that. We're so bad in the FA Cup. You must remember, we beat Watford 7-2. Bournemouth 5-1, and goal season was from Injao and Name 5-2 wins. So we can score some goals. We've seen that. Money's hit and miss. Look at this though. Look at these average ratings, all green, looking really, really good. I was going to say how to not get manager this season, but not actually playing the games for Deer, Yemi, Frimpong, yeah, the usual people you'd like to see. The Breakers. Bosco Scala got 3 goals. How crazy is that? Frimpong got 18 yellow cards. Nice. Budgets for next season. Oh, we've got some awards here. Greenwood, but no, that's not us. Yep. There you go. Andrea Caboni, manager of the month, manager of the year. Sorry. Yes, please there. Yeah. Wow. Look at this. Solid and Winjal there. Everyone else is just Manchester United, apart from Lukaku. What does the board want next season, eh? They want top half again and Champions League group stage minimum. Wow, we're going to try and win it, so it's going to be really, really tough. Finances wise, they must have given us the budget. They have 54 million and bump that wage budget up by an extra 400-ish K a week. So something to work with. We'll go away and we'll come back for our final fifth and final season. See you in a tick. We're back, and oh boy, we have spent some money. The media still think we're only going to finish, well, media think we're going to finish 7th after our 2nd place win last year. So, but we have really made some transfers. As you can see, I spent all the budget. We're over the wage budget. We've got 17K in the bank. So, let's go and have a look at those transfers that I have. I think this is the most money I've ever spent in Football Manager. Let's go and check it out. We have spent just under £400 million. Wow. We also equipped 150 though, so we'll just go through the players out. Buendia, he got 60 million from City, so he had to go. Owen Winjell was a late one to Bayern for 40 million. He really wanted to go. Donny van de Beek, 27 to Barcelona. Douglas Luiz, 15 to Porto. Caboni, 15 to Zenit, and that's really it. Players out. A lot of other just smallish sort of ones here. Players in. We got this guy here. We got a couple of young players. We'll do them first. You can see some of the big names there anyway. Defender. He's just there as a squad player, but he's got really good potential and he was free. I know this is the last year, but hey, Frederico Sione. 2.5-star striker, can play on the right. He looks pretty good actually, 5-star potential, so he costs 5 million. So a couple of new gens there for later on, but this is the big one. We bought Phil Foden. We bought Phil Foden for £129 million. He was transfer listed at Man City, so I kind of swapped Buendia for Phil Foden, which I think is a better swap. I do think is a better swap. Can we compare him to? I wonder if Buendia is still in here now. Let's do a quick comparison. To Buendia. See, Buendia is 28. Phil Foden's younger. And he's slightly better. All right, he's slightly better still. Phil Foden. I mean, I get 129 million on him. We then spent 70, rising to 18 million on this guy, Fabio Vieira. He can play on the right. He can play behind the striker as well. Really good 25-year-old Portuguese player. He is really good. Got some really good stats there as well. So nice. Then we also spent more money on Declan Rice. We needed a midfielder, and we actually went in for Ryan Gravenberch. And then I didn't realise he was out for 4 months with an injury. So then we stumped up 60 million for Declan Rice, who will occupy that midfield role. Great mentals he's got as well there. So. And he's English, which is nice. Obviously, with Winjal going to Bayern for 40 million, we needed a left back, so we spent a little bit more on Josef Gvardiol, the Croatian. Now, central defender, yes, but he's also very accomplished on his natural left back there as well. I mean, and that pace of 19, okay, his crossing's not super great, but and he can fill in the centre of defence as well. So. Yeah, really, really good buy. Really happy. Squad actually came to me and they were whinging that I'd sold Winjal because he went 3 days before Gvardiol, and I was like, guys, I got someone here coming in who's better. And the last one here, we spent 64 million. Another player from RB Leipzig is Dominic Zoboszlai. Dominic. He's in there to bolster the midfield with Donny van de Beek going. 64 million for him. Great technical stats all around. And really, he's got that good vision, work rate, pace, just really, really solid. So I'm really, really happy with this team. 393 million, I better be. We're going back to the Swans Lona one, which we played last year. Tweak back to that one. I'm not. Let's just quick pick without restriction what Ashavan thinks is my best 11. Martinez, Guardiola, Sutal, Solid, Frimpong, Rice, Villa, Fafana, Foden, Adeyemi, and Ings up front. Fair enough there. I mean, that is great. I mean, we are playing Champions League football, so we do need players like Vieira, Bailey as well to be coming on, and Dominic Sosboslai. Those guys can come in and rotate nicely. I think we've got a really, really good team. I'm really, really confident about this. But what I am going to do there is I am going to include the entire team selection. The only player who I want my assistant to keep playing is Martinez. I think everyone else can be rotated. We've got a lot of games. I've also promoted, is it Caleb? Carney Chukwumeka up, 21-year-old. He looks pretty decent, although you probably can't see him because of the camera. We'll click on him. He's 21 years old. He's 2 stars at the moment, 3.5. So just to give him a bit of potential. And I pushed him up there because at this point we hadn't signed some of these other guys. But it's going to be some exciting times. This is the final season. Can we improve on last year in the second place? Can we do well in the Champions League? It's going to be quite difficult to get them all, but 400 million. Maybe she's go and spend 7 million just to make it around 400. Right, guys, we are back for the end of our 5th year here in charge of Aston Villa, and I haven't looked at anything yet. I kind of obviously seen the season came in and just like ticked it on the finances one. So I'm pretty sure. Well, this is one of the screens that you can't see anything that has happened in the season. So as you can see here, my inbox is still quite full. I haven't read through any of those. So fingers crossed it was a good season. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's a triple. Oh no. Oh, it's a runners-up trophy. Oh, I thought we'd done a treble. But we've won the Premier League. Wow. On goal difference. Great goal difference too. First round by Borussia Dortmund, but we've won the FA Cup and runner-up in the Carabao Cup. Wow. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. Let's just span this out a bit. So look at this. 107 goals, 37 against. And it's that goal difference that got us here. We drew on the last day of the season. Wow. We'll go through the schedule and have a look at how that went. But, whoa. We did it. All right, let's competitions. Let's start with the Premier League. We started 3 wins, lost to Newcastle. That's a shame. I feel like no, I don't want that. No, we don't go that far in. Raul Jimenez penalty. Beat Arsenal, lost to Liverpool, beat Man United and Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, lost to Wolves. Couple of games here like the Wolves, Newcastle one. Probably should have won them. But then wow. We go on a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 game unbeaten streak. December, January time. That is amazing. Draw with Manchester United, lose to Arsenal. Sorry, the cat scratching. Beat Liverpool, Leeds, Leicester then in March. And pretty good April. Southampton's the only loss. That's another one that we probably should have won. Blackburn, Everton, Crystal Palace. And that lost to Everton there. So that would have really, But the draw on against Man City on the final day. Gabriel Jesus with the 78th minute. Equaliser. Right, let's go have a look at the FA Cup. We have to do a replay with Everton. Then we beat them, beat Blackburn, Fulham, Arsenal, Man City, and then we beat Liverpool in the final. Whoa! That is crazy. That's a pretty hard run, actually. Quarterfinal, semi-final, final. So that's a tough FA Cup to win. Let's have a look at the Carabao Cup now. Fulham, Forest, Wolves, Burnley. And they lost to Arsenal 3-0 in the final. That's disappointing there, but not too bad. Champions League. So we beat Wolfsburg, Barcelona, Red Star, Barcelona, Wolfsburg. So we top our group. Can we use Group F? Can we have a look here? Yep, F, look at that. We top the group. 24 goals scored. Wow. Jeez. And then we go beat Dortmund 3-2 at Dortmund. And then we lose. We lose 3-1 at home. That's disappointing because what's that? It's 5-4 on aggregate. Yeah, that's disappointing. Let's have a look at the squad for some stats here. Oh, Adeyemi is wanted again. Hertha Berlin, 45 goals. Wow. It's outstanding. 31 in the league. That's pretty impressive. Karim Adeyemi. we'll do goals. 7.46. 22 goals for Danny Ings. It's not bad for 6.88. 21 for Phil Foden. Fofana. He's wanted by host club. 16 and 12 assists. 11 and 11 for Vieira. Oh. 29 assists from Monchu. Whoa! Assist King Monchu. He didn't have that great a season. If we have a look at his history, last year was it wasn't too bad. 3 goals, 10 assists. The year before that, yeah, but 23 assists in the league. Geez, he's got to be the highest performer there in the league, I reckon, assist-wise. Adeyemi Golden Boot, and there it is, Monchu with that. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that the first was it 3 years was the first year probably wasn't a bust. It was kind of maybe years 2 and 3 that were a bit of a bust there. But that's a shame. But you know what? Premier League, FA Cup, I'll take that. This team is absolutely amazing. Like, as I said, we just quick pick here without restriction, the best 11. Oh, look at this. What a team. What an absolute team. How did Gvardiol do? 37 games, 4 goals. Doesn't give an average rating, but that is a team and a half. That is amazing. Wow, I just cannot believe it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that rebuild. I'm going to wrap it up there because these are long videos, and if you stayed to this long, well, I congratulate you. Hopefully, maybe do another rebuild in the future. Like I said, just let me know in the comments anyone that you want to see. You know, maybe another big-ish team, that would be nice. I've got a few up my sleeve anyway, but I want to hear someone give me an option. Maybe not too far down the leagues, as again we can go to another country. But once again, guys, if you've made it all this way, thank you so much for watching. It does mean a lot to me. If you've watched all this and you're not subscribed, if you could do that, that'd be great for me as well. And don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time.